The Little Boy Lost is a poem by William Blake, published in his collection Songs of Innocence in 1789. Here's an overview of the poem. 1. Subject and themes. The Little Boy Lost portrays the experience of a lost child wandering alone in the dark. It explores themes of innocence, vulnerability, and the fear of being separated from loved ones. 2. Structure and form. The poem consists of 2 quatrains, with each stanza following an AABB rhyme scheme. Its simple structure and language reflect the innocence and simplicity of the child's perspective. 3. Narrative and imagery. The poem tells the story of a young boy who becomes lost in the woods at night. Blake uses vivid imagery to depict the darkness and desolation of the forest, with references to blackness and thorns. Despite the frightening circumstances, the boy remains hopeful, trusting that his father will come to find him. 4. Religious symbolism. Like many of Blake's poems, The Little Boy Lost contains religious symbolism, with references to God and divine protection. The boy's trust in his father mirrors the Christian belief in God as a loving and protective father figure. 5. Emotional impact. The poem evokes feelings of empathy and concern for the lost child, as well as a sense of reassurance in the face of fear and uncertainty. It speaks to the universal experience of feeling lost and alone, while also conveying a message of hope and trust in the midst of adversity. 6. Contrast with The Little Boy Found. The Little Boy Lost is often paired with its companion poem, The Little Boy Found, which depicts the joyous reunion of the lost child with his father. Together, the 2 poems offer a complete narrative of loss, separation, and reunion, symbolizing the journey from despair to redemption. Overall, The Little Boy Lost is a poignant and emotionally resonant poem that captures the vulnerability and resilience of childhood, while also conveying themes of faith, hope, and divine protection. Here's a complete paraphrase of William Blake's poem, The Little Boy Lost. In this poem, a young boy finds himself lost in the dark forest. He feels frightened and alone, surrounded by darkness and thorns. Despite his fear, he holds on to hope that his father will come to find him and lead him back home safely. The poem conveys the universal experience of feeling lost and vulnerable, while also expressing trust in the love and protection of a father figure. It speaks to the human desire for reassurance and guidance in times of uncertainty. Here are some objective one-liners about The Little Boy Lost by William Blake. 1. The Little Boy Lost is a poem by William Blake, published in 1789. 2. It portrays the experience of a lost child wandering alone in the dark forest. 3. The poem explores themes of innocence, vulnerability, and the fear of separation. 4. It consists of 2 quatrains with an AABB rhyme scheme. 5. Blake uses vivid imagery to depict the darkness and desolation of the forest. 6. Religious symbolism is present, reflecting the boy's trust in divine protection. 7. The poem evokes empathy and concern for the lost child, as well as a sense of hope. 8. It is often paired with its companion poem, The Little Boy Found, for a complete narrative. 9. Overall, The Little Boy Lost captures the universal experience of feeling lost and alone, while also conveying themes of faith and resilience. 10. It speaks to the human desire for reassurance and guidance in times of uncertainty.